soy un siervo de Dios, linaje escogido, lo ves, yo entrado en tu mente, amigo, te hago oír lo que traje para el creyente, es amor excelente y no seas otro cliente, cuidado, sí, porque yo traigo un gran gozo, yo traigo un Cristo vivo y eso sí es hermoso, súbele mi hermano a mi rap excelente, escúchame escogido, no seas otro cliente, sal de mi camino enemigo, porque el amor de Cristo va a ministrar aquí. Sonido, paz, de una gran altura, misericordia de Dios, te veo en las alturas, ponte listo y escucha calmado, elige el plan que Cristo ha preparado, 1, 2, son 3 en tu cara, ¿qué es lo que dices? No quieres nada, Padre te alabo por haber provisto tan maravillosa salvación para mí, quiero estar siempre contigo, continuamente se lleno de tu espíritu.
Hi, my name's Dan Norris, I ride Freestyle Motocross with Team Riders for Christ. I want to share with you how I became a Christian. I became a Christian about 5 years ago. Before that, I was just living a life of, drinking and partying and just kind of like trying to fulfill that hole in my heart with all those things. And nothing really added up. I knew there was a God, I just pushed him away because I thought you had to be perfect, and I was not. God had tugged on my heart through a couple friends that were Christian, we went to Bible study. I just did it just to hang out with my friends, and then one night, one of my mentors kind of in life, was like my scoutmaster in Boy Scouts. He gave a Bible study at scout camp, and he did an altar call and said if anybody wanted to come up, and accept who Jesus is. All my friends raised their hands, so I just kind of went with the flow once again and followed them up there. I went to Bible study after that, or church after that for a month or so, but I just thought you had to be perfect, and it just wasn't possible for me, so I just kind of walked away from those friends just because I didn't really want to do it, and it was totally fake. I kind of got heavier into like partying and living that lifestyle, and it just left a hole in my heart. Always trying to find a girl to hang out with, or whatever, to put in my hand like a can of beer or something, and it wasn't cool. It wasn't life. And then one day I met Kyle Loza, one of the kids I ride with. You guys might know him. He won XMX Gold. He had a ramp set up at his uncle's house, and I wanted to ride that ramp, and I would do anything to ride that ramp. So I called Kyle up one day and asked him if I could ride it, and he said, yeah, sure, come out and ride it. We'll go to church first, and then we'll head out there after church. So I was like, fine, that's rad. I just want to jump the ramp. I didn't care about church. Well, that happened for like 3 or 4 weeks, and little did I know that it was just God knocking on the door and kind of tugging my heart, softening my heart. And I remember driving down the street in my big old red truck, accepting the Lord, listening to Plank Eye. And it was just the greatest feeling in the world. That hole in my heart was just filled. And I had never felt it before. For a week or so after that, I just didn't believe it, because the time before where I thought I accepted the Lord and it was just fake, I didn't believe it, so I just prayed and I prayed. And God answered my prayer one night. Before I became a Christian, me and my girlfriend had an abortion, and it just kind of wrecked my world for a couple of years there. But the way God answered my prayer that my life was real for Him was I was talking to Teresa Loza, Kyle's mom, about things like that, and I asked her, where do kids go that don't have a chance? Do they go to heaven or do they go to hell? And Teresa said, they go to heaven. And that was God telling me, I have you in my hands. This is real. And your kid is up here in heaven waiting for me, or waiting for you. And that was just God's peace in my heart that it was real. And God speaks through us. Like, we come out here not to ride and put on a show solely, but God uses our motorcycles as a tool to get us out here to speak to the youth, or speak to any age, really. And I'm just grateful for that. I practice. The sport that we do is really dangerous, and there's some days where I do not want to get on my motorcycle because I just don't feel it, or I'm scared. But it's not me, it's God. I've wanted to drop the sport so many times because I was so scared, but I've had friends say, you can't. God's calling on your life. And that's the enemy trying to get in. And it's awesome. I love what I do. I love Jesus Christ. I love my teammates. because God used writing to get my heart.
Soy un siervo de Dios, linaje escogido, lo precio entrado en tu mente, amigo, te hago oír lo que traje para el creyente, es amor excelente y no seas otro.